Okay, what's happening with Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman? Is the George Zimmerman case completely falling apart? We haven't heard much about the story recently, but a lot of the information that's been coming out in the discovery process seems to favor George Zimmerman's side of the story almost entirely, okay? And here's one example. The Blaze's Madeline Morgenstern reported that the injuries suffered by Trayvon Martin, when compared with those suffered by George Zimmerman, could corroborate Zimmerman's account that Martin was the initial aggressor in the case. So the evidence has been released which says that surrounding the bullet wound, or rather that the bullet wound on Trayvon Martin was sustained from 1 to 18 inches away, or what's defined as intermediate range. Now this is significant because Zimmerman claims he shot Martin at close range in self-defense against physical attacks. The autopsy is suggesting the shot was indeed made at close range, and given the asymmetry of injuries suffered by Martin compared to Zimmerman, it further backs up Zimmerman's alleged retelling of the story. Early information, many people would find the Blaze to be biased, but they appear at least to be reporting simply what the autopsy says. So that's one side. Do you think the Zimmerman case is falling apart? I mean, a while ago you said he's going to serve little or no time.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think his story is very hard to disprove, because you have a situation in which he could have approached Trayvon, pulled a gun, and Trayvon acted in self-defense.
Sure.
And you also have a situation in which he approached Trayvon, and Trayvon just attacked him unprovoked.
I agree with you 100%, except that the fact that it could be either of those is reasonable doubt, which is what you need to get past in the trial. I completely agree with you. The reason this all could have happened could have been initially that Trayvon was pursued by Zimmerman. But if there's doubt about that, you're not going to get a second-degree murder conviction.
Right. So unfortunately, I mean, I think it's I think he's going to get away with murder.
And maybe murder is not the word legally. He will get away with having killed someone. Maybe legally is the way it'll turn out.
Right.
The other thing I really don't like is that now the Washington Post has reported that there's evidence of marijuana found in Trayvon Martin's urine and blood. And you know where this is going. All of a sudden, we start hearing, hey, listen, he was smoking weed, so therefore we jump to what? The killing was warranted, which is such a big leap. Does everyone who smokes marijuana deserve to be shot under the stand your ground law?
Let's do that test on Zimmerman, too. I guarantee you, I can almost guarantee you that you'll find something similar.
Well, we have no evidence of that. You just think that Zimmerman seems like a guy who occasionally might smoke weed.
Yeah.
Natan, we need to somehow figure out how you can separate the negative connotation that people will have from hearing that Trayvon had smoked weed that day.
Well, I mean, can you even bring that into the court? I mean, is that even evidence?
I think you can. I think that may be admissible. That's an interesting question. Will it or won't it be admissible?
I don't know. It's going to be a stretch to convince the jury of that either way. I think that this is bad for another reason, which is that people are going to further identify young African Americans with drug use, which is just like the biggest problem that's coming out of that.
No question about that.